at you right here live from Rostock, Germany. This is an edition of Traders. I am tired as a mother trucker because I've been working all day, but I don't care. I got to do this because I got friends and family that are still living in America and they're sick and tired, and I know they're sick and tired, but I got to fucking put that truth out there. So let's get into it. All right. First off, I want to thank you guys for watching. Everybody who tunes in, appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost nothing. All right. And hit that like button too. Appreciate it. And yeah, let's talk about it. So, when you're a kid, right, in America, and you're in school and you're saying like the Pledge of Allegiance every day, and it's like really something special, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you're a part of something really freaking great, you know what I'm saying? At least I did. At least I did. And when you have presidents, that maybe get involved with some hairy stuff like Nixon did. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, like Nixon was getting into that stuff with Watergate and stuff. You know, I was a little disappointed about that. But the fact is that some people, not everybody works the same way. No, not everybody does the same kind of stuff. And Donald Trump has gone 100% wild in regards to his time in office. And the oath of office, which is given to individuals who are brought into the cabinet, that are put into positions as cabinet secretaries, they all have to take the oath of office. And I would say that every single one of Donald Trump's cabinet members is 100% ready to be impeached. Because in the oath of office, when you take that, you are taking the oath to defend the Constitution of the United States. And Donald Trump and those in his administration, right, are continually violating their oath of office. And when Trump's gone, if that fool doesn't pardon them, then they're going to be sitting in front of the Congress, and it will be a Democratic Congress. And I'm coming to you guys as a Republican. I'm a fucking Republican, all right? And I'm pissed off that we got a Republican president that sits there and does the kind of stuff that Donald Trump is doing, because he makes me look bad. He makes me look bad by doing all that stupid shit, and that he can freaking pool together this cult of people to follow him is freaking crazy. The dude is wasting taxpayer dollars left and right, and everybody's just like, yeah, he does that stuff. That's stuff that he does. No, it's not acceptable. It's not fucking acceptable. All right? And everything that I'm talking about in regards to this oath of office thing, when push comes to shove, if Trump doesn't die somehow before he gets impeached, and he will be impeached, because once the Democrats freaking take control of the Senate or the Congress, the House of Representatives, I mean, he's out of there. He will be a lame duck president. The Republicans, I'm going to speak out to my Republican colleagues right here. To all of my Republican friends in Congress, in the House of Representatives, every single one of you needs to take a step back and let the Democrats win. Because if that happens, then at least Democrats will bring the hammer down on all these MAGA cult members that are in the cabinet, all these MAGA cult members that have been placed in positions of importance. They all need to be culled out of the government. Okay? We don't need any cult followers um, deciding who can get a loan and who can't get a loan and who should get SNAP benefits and who shouldn't get SNAP benefits and who should have to pay more for your medical coverage or not. And we don't need somebody in there, and definitely not a Democrat, in that Oval Office doing what Donald Trump is doing now, which is governing through executive orders. And Donald Trump is only doing the things that he needs to do so he can make way for his subordinates. And I say subordinates because they're not people who have a mind of their own, because they're only. No, Jamal, I do not like Donald Trump. He's a piece of shit. So, but appreciate your question. Give me a like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Appreciate your comment. Um, but Donald Trump's actions show who he is. They show who he is. I mean, this dude, he pardons the worst of the worst. First day out there, first day out there, he pardoned 1,600 people who attempted to overthrow the government. All right? What's up, Ruplays? Um, he pardoned 1,600 people that attempted to overthrow the government. He is pardoning the worst of the worst. He is pardoning fraudsters who have stolen the money of average Americans that got fooled by some sort of fraud and got their money stolen. And I can tell you this, every time he pardons one of these fraudsters, then somebody in their family went to Mar-a-Lago and dropped 2 or 3 million on Trump. Now they many of them probably handed it to him in a freaking envelope. I'm serious. I'm really serious. Many of them probably handed it to him in an envelope on the side. All right. Many of them made donations to his political action committees. No? But those are the people that he's pardoning. All right. So appreciate it, Ruplays. That's the people he's pardoning. And that's the people who, when they said in the court that these fraudsters were going to have to pay that 35 million back to their victims. Well, they were doing that. They were doing that. And then when a pardon comes along, then that money that they paid out to their victims, the victims have to pay that money back to the fraudsters. What kind of bullshit is that? I mean, I know a lot of old people, they pick up the phone and they talk to these people on the phone and they think, oh, they're just chatting and stuff, but they're really being recorded and they're really being scammed out of their money. And it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. And when Trump goes around and pardons those people just so he can get a couple of million or whatever, then it shows who he is. But he's violating his oath of office. He's violating his oath of office, and he is a traitor. He is a traitor to his oath of office. He is a traitor to our country. He is a traitor to the citizens of America. All right? The corruption that is going on is undeniable. All right? Undeniable. And it's incomprehensible. Um, between throwing taxpayer dollars away to paint statues gold, and to build an ark, and to build a ballroom, and the reflecting pool, etc. Um, I can tell you what is that? CBA. This guy. So, yeah, yeah. Hey, check this out. I'm a Republican. All right. Talk to somebody else. Um, but Donald Trump is throwing money away on all sorts of pet projects and vanity projects and stuff like that. And that's your taxpayer dollars. That's your taxpayer dollars. And nobody even said it was necessary. And every time it comes up, he says it's a national security situation. So, but let me tell you something. The world is hip. The world is hip to Trump and his traitorous actions. They know that he and Jeffrey Epstein were best buddies for years. Now, if your best friend is a freaking pedophile, then you know it. You know it. It's not something you can just hide. And Donald Trump said, even even in the time when they were interviewing him, he said, "Yeah, Jeffrey's a great guy. I really, really like him. He loves women too. Some say he likes them on the young side." So even then, he was freaking letting the world know that he knew who Jeffrey Epstein was. And let me tell you something else. Countries in Europe are now investigating all these dudes that came out of Europe. Jean-Luc Brunel, even though he's dead. Um, John Casablancas, right? Who's this other one? Paolo Zampoli. Paolo Zampoli's in the government now. He's working for Trump personally. So, and this dude, Zampoli, and Trump, they're like from the same cord. And this is the Jeffrey Epstein Trump class. Epstein, Trump, John Casablancas, Jean-Luc Brunel. There was one other one. Shit, I forgot. But anyway, there's five of them. And all of them were all about getting modeling agencies, getting modeling agencies, getting modeling agencies, and then Trump took it a step further and bought a few pageants. And Trump even let the cat out of the bag on Howard Stern's show and said that he used to go into the dressing room while the girls weren't dressed and stuff because he was the owner. He could do that. You know what I'm saying? This dude has been a pervert for years. All right? Now, I'm going to say something right here and right now. I'm a pervert. I love women. But see, I never did no shit like that. And that's some crazy shit. But the real crazy shit is that they were using and abusing these underage girls for more than just having sex. They were doing some really, really bad things. Can you give me a share? Replays 16. Yeah, okay, I got you. Okay, but this is some adult content, so if you are a kid, you know what I'm saying, it might be a little bit over your head. All right, so check this out. The world is hip to Donald Trump, and countries in Europe are investigating all these transactions, all these bank deals that were going on with Trump back in the game with Deutsche Bank. They're going to get his ass. They're going to get his ass. But let me tell you what else. The world is hip to the Trump class. Jared and Ivanka just tried to buy an island off of Albania. The freaking country is going off the chain. these people are pissed because the prime minister changed the law in order to make it possible for Jared and Ivanka to buy this island off the coast of Albania. But the citizens of Albania are pissed. They ain't trying to hear it. So, Kristi Noem, though she may not be the head of the DHS anymore, she still did a bunch of illegal shit. She made $200 million worth of TV commercials. I don't know how many commercials it was, but it wasn't $200 million worth. And she's sitting up on her horse and she's got the mountains behind her and stuff, and she's looking all whatever. And it turns out that Kristi Noem and her special assistant, Corey Lewandowski, were both grifting, stealing money. Lewandowski attempted to get kickbacks from people who they were renting facilities from. And when they went to rent facilities for possible ICE facilities, they didn't just go and pay the normal amount. They went and paid sometimes twice as much as was necessary, what the land was actually worth. They paid twice as much. And many times these buildings that they bought for this where these properties were at were not even, hooked up to the sewage system. Many of them didn't even have running water. But yet they paid like millions and millions and millions of dollars out, taxpayer dollars, for facilities that were supposed to be prepared for ICE holding facilities. So that's just one more that's just one more situation where government waste is clear as day. Where's Elon Musk calling that out? I don't know. So between Kristi Noem and Lewandowski, we got Don Jr. and his illegal government contracts. He got involved with a drone company, started an LLC. A week later, gets a $160 million contract. What? What's up on that? Can you fucking tell me how it is that the president's son, who doesn't really do anything other than, suck off his dad's teeth or whatever, all of a sudden he's like a drone genius, and the government's willing to pay him 160 million bucks. Okay, not just that, you got his son Eric. His son Eric and his illegal bogus phones. Remember the Trump phone? Yeah. There is a lot of people that made videos. They were so mad because they had ordered these phones, paid for these phones ahead of time, or $100 ahead of time to pre-order the phones, and they've been waiting almost over a year to get their phones, and they are pissed. They are freaking pissed. Now, I'm pretty sure that because of Eric's trip to China with his father, what was that? Was that a month ago? I'm pretty sure that he arranged to get some measure of the phones done and possibly sent out to customers. Now, whether the phones are just a paper horse, I don't know. But I can't see that I will walk down the street any day and see anybody using a smartphone that is a Trump telephone. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Um, that's like Trump steaks. I mean, I don't think anybody's eating any Trump steaks. All right. All right. So, but beyond that, it goes even further, even further. So, Barron Trump, this is his youngest son. He's 19, 20 years old. He should be signing up for the draft. You know what I'm saying? To serve his country because his father's got us in a war with Iran, which is also not going the way it's supposed to go. But nevertheless, Barron decided to come out with his own energy drink. $40 a freaking can. $40. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? That is grifting extreme. But that's not even the worst of it. Check this out. His granddaughter, that would be Jared and Ivanka's kid, Kai, when she is selling $300 sweaters. $300 sweaters. Come on, man. The grifting never stops. And the grifters are there and they are being found. And Americans, as these people from the Trump clan there are sitting there grifting and attempting to steal Americans' money by getting them to buy some shit that they don't need. Who needs a $300 sweater, right? Just because it's got her logo on it, right? Or because the Trump phone has the Trump logo on it. Who knows? I'm just saying the products that they're putting out there, it's much like Trump's watches, you know what I'm saying, that he claimed were Swiss made and all that shit. This shit was made by in a garage somewhere in Iowa, who knows where, but they weren't high quality watches. You know what I'm saying? I heard stories about people saying that they broke after freaking 3 months. Mm. All right, so let's go on. So as Americans are out there paying what like 4.22 a gallon now. I mean, it's gone down a little bit. It was more. What's going to happen in Iran remains to be seen. But the Iranians are the ones calling the shot. Let me be clear. All right? Let me be clear. The Iranians are the ones calling the shot. The Americans cannot go into Iran. All right, John, I'm so glad for you. Um, the Americans cannot go into Iran. If they go into Iran, they're going to have some serious problems. Not because not because the military is so tough, but because it's their nation and because it's a very mountainous nation. And they have set up places all around. I mean, I'm pretty certain they've burrowed all through those mountainsides. Who knows what kind of thoroughfares they might have in there. They might have highways underneath the mountains. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But the fact is, it's like when the Russians went into Afghanistan. What happened? They got kicked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that Americans are paying out the ass for gas. Trump does not care. Trump does not care. They asked him about it. They asked Trump, does he what does he feel about Americans' financial situation when he's making decisions in regards to the Iran war? He said he doesn't care. He said he doesn't care. Well, truth comes out. So, uh, and that war or that conflict or special operation, whatever you want to call it, is now 4 months old, if not older. So, Trump and the administration were saying before they were voted into office, before they got into office, that they were big uh, about freedom of speech and all this and stuff. And now Trump is going after comedians. That's who all the authoritarians go after in the beginning, comedians. You know what I'm saying? And Trump is going after everybody who does not agree with him. If you do not agree with Trump, he's going after you. Well, he'll be coming after me. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I don't care. I'm old. I'm old. I don't care. So, um, but the thing is, there's other people, there's other podcasters that are doing content in regards to the situation. Yeah, John, I'm not sure you're all in there in your brain, but hey, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and subscribe and give me a like and pay attention because I'm going to tell you the truth and what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Trump's health is going down the drain. Trump's health is going down the drain. Everybody's being able to see it. Man's falling asleep in the office and in the Oval Office in front of the cameras numerous times. He's got bruising all on his hands. He's got some bruising on his neck. He's got some fat ass ankles. I mean, you cannot freaking tell me this dude is in excellent shape. You know what I'm saying? Not what the doctors are saying. Everything that they're putting out there, everything that they say is bullshit. All right. It's just like the Trump administration. Everybody in the Trump administration is saying that they were lying, they were protecting Joe Biden and this and that and this and that. Yeah, Biden had some issues. Biden had some issues. And I don't speak about his issues as a Republican or a Democrat. I speak about his issues as a human being. All right. And I, as a human being, can see when somebody's got some issues. And I, as a human being, can honestly say Donald Trump has some major issues going on. And if you're going to sit there and deny that there's anything going on, then you're in denial. All right? So let's change subjects and we'll go over to Ukraine. Ukraine is spanking Putin, spanking him. And while Putin is sitting over there trying to throw a party in St. Petersburg and throw some sort of economic conference, um, the Ukrainians are letting them know they're there. They're there. And they dropped some bombs and some drones attacked in St. Petersburg, and there were some explosions all around. There was change for being in the country. John, I've been a Republican for 40 years. Huh? Just been that way. But you know what? You're not the only one that used to be a Democrat and changed over to being a Republican. Donald Trump also did that. Don't forget that. So, like I said, Vladimir Zelensky's been doing some great things. He's letting Putin know that they're there and they got the cards and they need to come to the table. But Putin, being the dumbass that he is, ain't trying to hear it. So Putin is going to try to pull some strings through Trump, and I will not want to know what's going to happen in that regards. I'm hoping that it's not something too bad. But no matter what, Crimea is the linchpin. Once they cut off Crimea and clear out the Russians from Crimea, then they can bring their country back to the order that they need. And Crimea is just one place. But the reality of losing the war and Ukraine is attacking military and strategic targets while Russia is attacking civilian targets, hospitals, schools, apartment buildings. I mean, what is that? Yeah. Yeah, hey, you know what? Say it out loud. I already know, but Donald Trump doesn't really care about any of that stuff. Donald Trump only cares about himself, and that's why he's trying to get his name on buildings. That's why he's trying to get his name on airports, and that's why he's trying to get streets named after him, and that's why he's trying to do this and all that, and he's trying to make his mark and leave his mark. But guess what? When the Democrats take control after the midterms, if the midterms happen, I've been saying that the midterms are not going to happen, not without a major issue. And when that issue starts to occur, then there's going to be some serious situations going on in America. And I've talked about it. Look into some of my past podcasts, and you will know what's going to happen. You will know. I've discussed it already. I've already told you guys what's going to happen. They've got groups of individuals that have already been paid. They already got their weapons. They already got their gear. They already got their places where to bring the people, and they're going to be picking people up. And people who are on those lists will be people who are Democrats, people who are protesters, people who are content creators that are not on Trump's side, and anybody who does not agree with Trump will be on that list. And they will be sending groups out there to pick those people up. So I said it now, a long time ago, but I'm letting you know now again. All right? So let's talk about the Epstein victims because that's what everything is about with Trump. Trump is trying to distract from the Epstein files, distract from the survivors, and the administration loves it when you're talking about something else other than the Epstein files. All right? So, but the truths are being let out before Congress. The girls are talking to the congressman, and I can tell you now that when the truth comes out that Donald Trump, there's no way that he will stay in office. There was one girl that made a statement that said she had some videos that if she showed those videos, that Donald Trump would be thrown out of office. I want to see those videos. I want to see those videos. But you know what? Hey, cold. No, I'm not Jewish. Sorry about that. I'm Catholic. Sorry about that. But thanks for you know being stereotypical or whatever because of my long nose there. But it's not Jewish. It's Italian, baby. So but you know what? Republicans are seeing the light. Republicans are seeing the light, and they're defecting left and right. They're not signing on to his ballroom shit anymore. His big UFC fight is looking stupider and stupider. His big 250 party anniversary party that he was trying to throw is also falling through. All of the performers have decided to not be a part of that because they don't want to be associated with Trump. And the only two people who are still on the list of possible performers is Lee Greenwood and Vanilla Ice, and possibly Flo Rida. I don't know about that, but nevertheless, you guys got a lot of stuff going on over there, and I'm sitting here in Rostock, Germany. I got to tell you, when I came over here in 2010, Trump wasn't in presidency. And I used to have a flag on my balcony, American flag on my balcony. And when they put Donald Trump in the president's office over there, I took that flag down. I took that flag down because I know who Donald Trump is. I know he's a piece of shit. He's been doing bullshit ever since the 80s. I used to live in New York, right? I used to live in Seacliff, New York. It's out on Long Island. Um, ran into a, there was a point in time where I ran into one of Donald Trump's crews and everything, and My manager told me all about him, who he was and what he did and this and that, and told me about some of the stuff that he did. And I thought to myself, that's a piece of shit. That was 1985. 85? Yeah, 85. And later on in life, I moved down to Palm Beach. I lived in Palm Beach. Now, I didn't hang out with Epstein or Trump. I had my own things going on. I was living at the Breakers for a few months and doing my thing there. But Donald Trump has never changed throughout the years. And you know that if you listen to his interviews with Howard Stern, you heard the statement that he made with Billy Bush in the bus where they were talking about grabbing girls by the pussy, how he was talking about he could grab girls by the pussy because he's famous. So that's the kind of dude that's sitting in the Oval Office. Now, I have kids, and I cannot see how my son can look up to this dude. You know what I'm saying? Normally, you want your kids to think they could be president someday. You know what I'm saying? Do good things. But Donald Trump ain't doing no good things. He's not doing anything for the American public. Your gas prices are going up. Your grocery bills are going up. Your mortgages are getting more expensive. Your car payments are getting more expensive. God, yeah, no, he didn't, John. I'm sorry, you're wrong, and I can tell you from personal experience that Donald Trump is a piece of shit. I know through my manager all the people that he used to Jew out of their money, uh, take them to court until they couldn't pay for the lawyers anymore, and then they would have to just bail out. You know what I'm saying, and not take no money. So John, I mean, if you like people who do business, that's cool. I do business. I'm a good person, but I don't go out of my way to fuck over people. And that's what Donald Trump did. And that's how Donald Trump was able to save dollars here and there, save dollars here and there. And do you know what? He don't pay no taxes either. This son of a bitch does not pay no taxes. I think one year he paid like $300 in taxes. This is a guy that's supposed to be a billionaire and he ain't paying no taxes. And Elon Musk, come to think of it, this fucker ain't paying no taxes either. Why is it all these billionaires ain't paying no motherfucking taxes? I mean, if they could just give up a few 100,000 every year and give it to the government, so freaking pay for some housing or something. You know what? It's gotten so bad in America that you can't even freaking buy a house anymore. You can't even buy a house anymore. You got to be making some fucking major money in order to finance a house and to get through that mortgage. I mean, if you got anything going on where you got a guy like Donald Trump that comes along and starts throwing tariffs on all the countries in the world and drives the prices of everything else up, then you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem. So, John, don't worry. That's going to be coming. If the midterms go through, he's going to see his day. All right. Um, I mean, I see you want to you stay behind him or whatever, but I feel like you're a part of a cult, John, and you might need to see a doctor about that. All right. Either that or stay tuned because I guarantee you it's going to get worse. All right. So, in regards to my family and my friends in America, you guys, we've been doing this a long time. I just hope each and every one of you are safe, and I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you, all right? My kid's gonna be have his confirmation here in a couple of weeks, and we're here in Germany. Been here for what, 15 years now, 16 years now, And I'm going to tell you, there's two good things about Germany: nude beaches, love it, and the insurance system. So if anybody's going to be coming to Germany, it's awesome as far as that's concerned. Nude beaches and the insurance system, wonderful. If you got to go to the hospital, not a problem. Go to uh, go to the emergency room, pay $10. That's it. The insurance covers the rest. Love it. Hey, I'm gonna cut it off for tonight because I got to go to bed. My wife is waiting for me, and I wish all of you guys a wonderful night wherever you're at, or a wonderful day wherever you're at. And thanks for watching. And John, hey man, you got to get over it, fool. But thanks for watching. Subscribe, it doesn't cost anything, and I'll be back again talking to you about things that I'm seeing and the things that I know. All right. Thanks for watching and subscribe. I'll see you again. This is Matt Fox, and this is an edition of Traders.